Boots Ennis is the new boogeyman at 147. I dropped that video earlier this week saying this guy is going to be the boogeyman. He will be ducked like the plague by all the top welterweights, much like Terrence Crawford before him, much like Paul Williams before that. You had other guys at welterweight, Antonio Margarito, Josh Cloudy, who were ducked for a while, but then finally started getting their shots. There just always seems to be a guy at welterweight who nobody wants to gravitate towards. Everybody wants to gravitate away from that guy. And Boots Ennis is that guy. They are not going to go anywhere near this guy. So here's the plan for Boots Ennis. Before I do that, let me break down the fight. The fight was quick. When's the last time we had two counter-programmed first-round knockouts like we did last night? Two first-round knockouts that happened at the same time. Boots Ennis against Tomas Delorme was one of them. And Boots Ennis went in there and got his work done quick. Caught Delorme with the shot behind the ear, and it was all downhill from there for Delorme. Boots Ennis showed that he has that killer instinct. He will go in for it. He has everything, man. He has punch placement. He has power, punching power. He has boxing ability, lateral movement, can put punches together, has defense as well. Everything is there for this guy. And we talk about the eye test. The eye test can be deceiving, right? I talk about it all the time. If a guy doesn't have the resume there, the eye test can be deceiving. So it can be deceiving for guys early on like Boots Ennis, where look at Alan Green 12, 13 years ago when ESPN was building Alan Green up as this next knockout artist who can box as well. And then Alan Green graduated from ESPN to Showtime and started getting knocked out himself. The eye test was deceiving in that case. But there are other cases when it's undeniable. Terrence Crawford being one of them. Terrence Crawford doesn't have the big win at welterweight yet. He's going to have Sean Porter coming up in a couple weeks. But there's 99% of the time, you need that guy on the resume to sort of solidify, okay, the eye test was right there. But there are other outliers when you don't really need it. You can tell that guy is the truth. Terrence Crawford's one of them. Boots Ennis is another one of those guys, in my opinion. You can just tell. I mean, the eye test, it just flies through the screen, man, that this guy is the truth. He only needs the opportunities to verify, solidify that to the boxing public. Boots Ennis is one of those guys. He's the outlier to that, in my opinion. It's only a matter of time, man, before he gets that big shot. Hopefully it happens before Terrence Crawford's, before it happened for Terrence Crawford, where he had to wait years and years and years to get his big shot against Sean Porter, to get that welterweight name on his resume. And hopefully things develop even further for Terrence Crawford after that if he does dispatch of Sean Porter. But for Boots Ennis, hopefully it happens sooner than that, but I am not encouraged by that because the eye test flies off the screen, and that could be a great thing, but at the same time, his peers see that, and his peers say there's not, the risk does not even come close to the reward at this point. Boots Ennis just isn't a big name yet, unfortunately. Virgil Ortiz will become a bigger name much before Boots Ennis will be. He has a built-in fan base. He has a more exciting style, I guess you could say, head first style, and he can box a little bit as well. So I think Virgil Ortiz will get those shots much before Boots Ennis will. But you got names there, man. These guys need to mix it up. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Ugas, Sean Porter. If you want to throw Keith Thurman's name out there still, then you got Virgil Ortiz and you got Boots Ennis. These guys need to mix it up, and hopefully Boots Ennis starts to get these shots. But if I'm Boots Ennis and his team, keep this guy active, active, active. If you're not getting those shots, you have to do one of two things. Paul Williams did it by fighting other guys in the division who were also ducked, who were not afraid, Antonio Margarito being one of them. But then when he couldn't get the other shots at 147, what did he do? He moved up. 154, even up to middleweight, 160, and got shots. He got shots against Sergio Martinez twice, Kelly Pavlik. So he got fights, being that he moved up, and he was a bit more vulnerable at that point. He had to take chances. Or you stay active and mow down average to below average opposition every 2 to 3 months, fight 4 to 5 times a year until guys have to take notice. And you continue to mow guys down in the early rounds until Everybody's saying, look at this guy. He's mowing everybody down in the first couple rounds. The eye test looks like it's there. Somebody's got to give him a shot. And it becomes definitive that he's cornered the division. He's cornered the top guys in the division to where they have to fight him at that point. Get your name out there, get your brand out there, and that's what Boots Ennis has to do. Stay active. If you're going to stay at welterweight, stay active, active, active. Fight every 2 to 3 months. Stay in people's faces. Call out the top opposition after in every post-fight interview, and that's what you need to do if you're Boots Ennis. But Boots Ennis, to me, looks like he's one of those guys who's the truth. The talent flies off the screen, and I hope this guy gets his shot sooner than later. I'm out, man. God bless. Happy Sunday. Peace.